Yeah, I know when it was 2006, I think. It was like that was the worst year in rap. I think Luda was the only rapper went platinum. No, I think T.I. was the only album went platinum. But Luda got the album of the year. Oh shit, but it was only like one platinum record.
Mm.
Rap was going down. But
Who picked it back up?
Lil Wayne.
Look.
After 06 shit, this shit was Lil Wayne. That's when he went on that spree 07 and 08. Man, it was something I was finna say, but you, man, I have gone too long. You gotta tighten up. But,
You told me that.
rest in peace, cuz. Rest in peace to my cousin Tommy.
Yeah. R.I.P. cuz.
Love you. But
That's a big bad fight, though, man.
Dame Dash to the Milwaukee Bucks. I mean, not Dame Dash.
Dame.
But Dame Lillard.
I don't know. This nigga turned to a basketball player.
Dame Lillard to the Bucks.
Crazy.
Man.
Crazy.
I don't know what it like. I already been picked the Bucks. I ain't been picking nothing but champions. At the beginning of the season, I picked Denver last year.
Not gonna lie.
When Milwaukee won, I picked Milwaukee. Picked LA. I've been picking them bitches for the last couple of years, like, but
You ain't been betting on it?
I ain't bet last year, but I bet year before last. But you know, like, I don't bet because you know we can't gamble in Alabama and them sites they have us on.
Not pay out.
Yeah, them fake sites we be on that let us gamble we don't supposed to be gambling. So that means you're not official. You might run off with my fucking money when you get your ass toe up. When everybody hit in one night, you probably ain't got the money to pay, motherfucker. So I don't be getting involved in that shit. I wish I can do MGM or FanDuel or DraftKings and gamble off them.
Mm-hmm.
But like they'll let us play their other shit, but not bet on the spread. Cause I know they got the money, but all that other shit, them folks fuck around and get hit, don't want to pay. And I know I was on one site. I ain't go on that bitch for about a year and a half or some shit. But I remember I had $5 on that motherfucker. I went on there, that bitch was gone. The whole site was gone. So you know what that tell me? They got their toe up and they switched names and probably didn't pay no fucking body. Just switch name. Simple as that. So I don't be really betting on it, but I bet year 4 last when Golden State won, I bet like 150 shit like that on them. But I be wanting to bet $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 on the bet.
They ain't gonna listen.
Yeah, on one pick though, you gotta do one pick. That's like the only way to win.
Yeah.
And like I said, I know they be having these little bookers or whatever. I might find me a bookie and fuck with around here. That's what I need to try to do. But that's the way I be wanting to do it. But I bet before the season, I bet Golden State. At the beginning of the season, I bet they win the West, and I bet they win the championship. Middle of the season, I re-put the same bet back in because they was already killing shit. But you know, I won more off the one that I put in the beginning of the season because they odds wasn't as high to win the championship as it was when I did it. When I did it in January. Shit, they was already the favorite to win, so they don't pay out as much money. You know what I'm saying? The bigger the favorite, the less you gonna get paid. But I won off that, and I won off the year the Bucks won. But that was the last time. I ain't do nothing last year. You know, it ain't the main reason. But you know, I was sick. I wasn't really even studying that shit. But I still could have did something. But like I said, I don't be doing that shit because I don't be trusting them sites. So when I get bored and it's basically like I really just stopped throwing away my money because I already feel like if the shit go down, I ain't gonna win. So it's just like I just be putting $100 and $200 on there and just be jacking that shit off. You know what I'm saying?
Sport,
Yeah. Help me. And I just do little shit like that to help pass the time. Put a little adrenaline in a nigga life. You know what I'm saying? Might bet 10, 15 hours every night.
2K don't do the job.
Hmm?
2K don't do the job.
Yeah, but you know, I might just have some other shit going on. I just be trying to stay focused, feeling good, enjoying his life.
Yeah.
I probably, like I ain't even betted on football yet this year. But for the basketball, I don't know why. Well, I do know why. I had more faith. I ain't gonna say more, but at the time I had more faith that Milwaukee can
A
pull
lot
the
of
bitch
people
out.
got hurt.
Milwaukee can pull it off when they had Drew Holiday. Then now they got Dame because defensively they still got Chris Middleton and Giannis, because it's important to lock down their perimeter in today's game. It's very important to be able to guard the perimeter, even though. And you know, I believe offense, defense win championships. Even though Denver ain't have the team defense that it usually take to win a championship, but I picked them because they had the cohesiveness out of the West. They the only team that been together for the last couple of years out of the West besides Golden State. And I feel like Golden State wasn't gonna do it, but out of all the teams in the West, all of them was new. It was their first or second year playing together last year. I'm like, man, them motherfuckers, this Denver's year, they been together, Jamal Murray back, they finna slaughter that shit. And that's exactly what they did. Even though they had weak team defense, they played pretty good team defense, but I do know they had two good perimeter defenders. And I know that's what it takes. Even though they ain't have good overall team defense, they got Kentavious Caldwell-Pope that can guard anybody on the other team perimeter. And they had Aaron Gordon can do the same thing. It ain't like they finna shut them down, but they got two good defenders that they can put on your two best scores or whatever on the perimeter. So that's always gonna be hard. And that was basically, I picked Golden State because I just felt like they were gonna win. But I picked Milwaukee because they had so much defense that year that won. Good God Almighty. And I wanted to look that up. Was that the first team that had at least 5 starters? That all of them was second all defensive team before in their career? Because they whole starting 5 have been on all defensive team before. I don't know. Detroit team might have been like that, but I don't know about who the fuck that was. Rip Hamilton on that Detroit team. I don't know if he been on the second team, but I know them niggas the team was, and they was able to do everything. You know what I'm saying? Like you can get a ball to Giannis and just spread out. Everybody can shoot there. Brook Lopez, Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton, and whoever the fuck else they want to put there. Divisio, he ain't there, but whoever the fuck else they want to put there, or they can just, man, they had it. But now what I'm thinking is, Pat Connaughton, he played pretty good defense, but he's kind of small. For the perimeter, they got Chris Middleton and Giannis, but Chris Middleton and Giannis can't check the, well, for sure Middleton, they can't check the faster guards, you know what I'm saying? Like the one that Drew Holiday would have had. They can't guard them, and I'm thinking maybe that might get them trouble, or maybe it's probably what's going to happen here. They're going to be so good, and defense still going to be mentally sound where they can overcome that little lack of defense. They don't have no point guard. I wonder how they're going to do that. I think so, because Drew Holiday did all that. You know what I'm saying? The point guard, the defensive player, the leader. And I know Dame seemed like the kind of player, I don't know, but Dame might, his number's going to take a drop. His number's going to take a drop.
You don't think they were going all the way?
They're gonna have to meet Milwaukee. I don't think. Now Phoenix team got better too, because Phoenix was caught up in that trade too.
Yeah, they was.
Phoenix just got a bench a little bit. They still ain't really getting no defense though. They bench got better.
That nigga Giannis though, boy.
They defense. Phoenix got a bench now, but they didn't get no defense though.
I like Giannis.
And I fuck with Giannis. And how much of Phoenix depth, how much can that depth get them rest? And when I was looking, I don't know how much depth that rest, I don't know how much rest that depth can get them. But I'm thinking you get him a rest by playing through Nurkic. Nurkic, you can play through him for a few minutes. You know what I'm saying? To be able to get him a rest. But if they don't think like that, that's probably what's going to hurt them. Because, man, you ain't winning with no motherfucking 3 superstars, dog. Bitch gonna have to show me. And Klay Thompson not no superstar, so don't bother fucking write nothing in the comments or question me about it. Klay Thompson is not a superstar. He's an all-star. It's hard to win.
Yeah, I say that.
But even though the Warriors, they did it with that 3, and they ain't had no bench. Their bench was like, ugh. But when you had a nigga like Durant can take up for that little bit, but get what, people didn't peep though. I watched it and I watched it close. I don't know if they would have beat Houston. If Chris Paul didn't get hurt, they were down 3-2. I don't know if they could have beat Houston. And they talking about, is that the greatest team ever? Is that team greater than the Bulls team? That team struggled with fucking Houston with James Harden and Chris Paul. So, no, they not. And Golden State was about to lose because they got caught up playing Houston ball. Isolation shit. They kept coming. They feeling like they need a basket, so they kept coming down, going to Durant. You know, Durant, good and efficient, but it's hard to win like that. Especially you going against the master at this. This shit don't supposed to win game. Isolation don't supposed to win game. But Mike D'Antoni is the master of that shit. He'll make your motherfucking team. You ain't gotta have nobody on that bitch. You gonna put up 115. And You're gonna win a lot of games with Mike D'Antoni. His team just don't win the championship. But if you look back in history, somebody always get hurt on his teams that don't supposed to win no championship. Something always happens. Most of the time, something happens. Like I said, Houston was up 3-2. Chris Paul get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
They lose the next two. Houston lose the next two. In Game 7, they missed 27 straight threes and lost by one possession. So I'm thinking if Chris Paul don't get hurt, do Golden State even beat Houston? I don't know. I don't know if they, because I know they was playing Houston game. I remember that shit vividly because I kept asking like, why they keep coming down court, going to Durant, play y'all game next year. I forgot who the fuck they was playing. And I want to say, for some reason, I want to say Houston. Durant get hurt. Down 3-2 or some shit. Me, I said, well, shit, Golden State finna win now. Now they're going to go back to playing Golden State basketball with the ball movement. They came back and beat Houston. They struggle with Houston with Durant on their team. So, but I was talking about like with the three superstars like the James Harden, Kyrie Irving, and the Durant. I knew that shit wasn't gonna win, and everybody thought, well, I knew it was gonna win because I know you ain't got no money for no bench. So the people you got on the bench, and then let alone, you don't have no defense. Like not one of your main three is a defensive specialist. Like all of them just scores. But the key we're gonna boil down to, they don't have no help. So therefore, playoff time, they're gonna have to play 45 minutes a game, sometimes 48. So somebody's gonna get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
They had just came back off injury. And guess what? Kyrie got hurt first. Then James Harden. They just left Durant. He was playing too many minutes. They ain't got no help. They playing too many minutes. They gonna, and even if they would have won that round, they could have went to the championship. They was going to lose because they was going to eventually run out of gas playing 40 to 48 minutes a game. But they couldn't even make it that far with them three stars. That shit don't mean nothing. Them guys need a rest. You can have them three all you want to. Can they sit down though and get this rest? No. They cannot. They ain't have nobody. They get that bitch. Passing that bitch to Earl. They got gang Earl in there. Lil JoJo.
Lil JoJo.
They're like, y'all finna lose, JoJo. No. By the time y'all get back in, by the time y'all get back in, y'all 15. So therefore, we ain't gonna even sit y'all down. And you gonna run out of gas. And that nigga Durant showed his ass against Milwaukee that year too. Him and Giannis were going at it. I think it was game 6 or something. Durant had like 49 or 50. They were putting it up. The next year, what James Harden was, I think he was hurt again. When Boston swept Durant.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. With Durant, Kyrie.
Hurt.
Yeah, James Harden hurt because they still ain't have nobody. Because it's y'all two. Nobody but y'all two. Man, that shit hurt my heart. Because I fuck with Durant. So when I seen what Boston doing, man, that shit almost brought tears to my eye, man. Me, I ain't gonna lie.
That nigga don't
he was my top 2 favorite players.
He don't really be nothing in the playoffs.
To that shit. He got one of the highest scoring averages in playoff history. He top 3.
My favorite player. That nigga.
He top 3 scoring averages in history.
Man, that nigga.
Boston just gave that nigga. Remember, I was just talking about the perimeter defense. And when you talking about perimeter defense and defense period, man, Boston built for this shit. They got them niggas on that wing with them long arms. They can switch with anybody.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? You set a screen, they ain't gotta worry about no screen. They straight switch it. So we ain't gotta worry about going around then. And they just harass the shit out of Durant. You know why they harass him?
He long.
Because you're tired and you ain't got nobody to pass to but Earl.
Oh shit.
So we gonna let Earl shoot.
Oh shit.
You don't have no faith in Earl, so a lot of your shots you're gonna be throwing up, it's gonna be 4 shots. And the shots that you do finally get, you probably gonna be so shot that you wide open that mentally you fucked up. You gonna miss that. Man, they was on that nigga ass, man. I felt so sorry for Durant, man. They was, let alone Kyrie ain't do shit, but they were on that nigga ass because they ain't have nobody to get a ball to and I do nothing but as soon as you make your move, 2-3 extra bodies coming at you. What you gonna do, pass it?
What Kyrie went?
Shoot or pass it Earl. Kyrie went to,
He went somewhere else, man.
he went to Dallas after that? Yeah, he went to Dallas.
Oh.
Dallas was like number 5th or number 6 in the West. Dallas ended up, didn't even make the playoff when that nigga went over there. With him and Luka. They ain't even made the playoff.
Always down here.
I think they gonna pull something together.
So why his ass at now?
He's still over there in Dallas. He said he like it over there. He said he went Dallas with a draft. But, you know, they was basically, where it really ain't no excuse because whoever just made a trade got to try to put this shit together. But then they trade was different because you are putting 2 superstars together and trying to get them to coexist.
Right.
Off the muscle. But I don't understand how they NBA players, but well maybe because I could have been NBA, but I underplayed because I understood them. So I feel like it wasn't going to work because they're both ball dominant. You feel what I'm saying? Like
Gotta have the ball.
both of them gotta have the ball.
Let's go.
And I don't like them type of players to play with. But they got to have the ball. So if they don't have the ball, they're in the fucking way. They don't be doing them but just standing around some motherfucking well. They be in beside La La Land, they just be in there like nowhere man land, like don't know what to do without the ball. And they really not spot up shooters.
Right.
So we could kind of double team Luka. But that's all they been doing. Luka was passing all them shoot. They had them hell of a shoot, but when they got Kyrie, they had to give up a lot of them motherfuckers. But I figure somebody gonna have to come off the ball a little bit more. Because both of them ball dominant. And Luka, he averaged like 8-9 assists and 10 assists or whatever, but a lot of his shit be forced passes, you know what I'm saying? But I think he gonna have to be more of a point guard than a shooting point guard like he have been.
Right.
He can't, cause if Kyrie got him, niggas just gonna be standing there just look. Here you go score. The same thing with Westbrook and Durant.
They driven.
Yeah, like, you go get a basket. You go get a basket. They don't have no play to run. They just run isolation shit. Like, the isolation shit ain't gonna get you nowhere. That shit look good when them baskets going in. But when this shit here gets serious, when we put the game plan together, the isolation ain't gonna get you nowhere. That shit might can get you somewhere for 2 or 3 minutes at the end of the game in which you're not relying on isolation. It's just you relying on a killer. But if this how you live with isolation, man, you can't. No, it's not gonna happen. We're gonna D that shit up. We're gonna D that shit up and pass that bitch to Earl, and that's what we're gonna have. Conclude. Earl shooting them bricks. But Dallas might find some. Because him and Luka a dog. That nigga had video stat game. That nigga had 60 points, with 20 rebounds and 10 assists or 20 assists or some shit. 60, 20, and 10. I'm like, man, this nigga just had a video game. 60 points.
Yeah,
I mean,
they drove to the nigga right after he got.
They had a couple of players have 70, And them niggas is dog. But please, man, don't get me wrong. The defense in this league is so fucked up and so not played that if they played defense like this back in the day, you know how many other people could have scored 70? Like
60, 21, and 10.
Yeah, like 60 points is not that hard in this
Ain't
league
that
today.
more than one game, back to back or something, back. I think he had 2 games like that.
Who that? Luke?
Yeah.
Nah, they wasn't no 60 though.
About
That nigga the first player to ever do that. It's beside me when I did it on the game.
Yeah.
And everybody else.
I was just finna say that.
That's the only way you doing that shit.
For real.
Some old Whip Chamberlain shit. And that nigga, I watched the end of that game. Man, and that nigga hit the game winner to go to overtime. That was his night. That was like God all day. Somebody missed the freak though. That nigga run up in that bitch, come up with the loose ball, and just throw that bitch up and they go in. Overtime. Tell me this is night. Can't do nothing about it.
Dang. That nigga is tough.
Can't do nothing about it.
That nigga tough.
Donovan Mitchell had like 72 or some shit, 70 or some shit. But like I said, I ain't taking nothing from them, but when you play the type of defense that these motherfuckers playing and the way the game designed, because they got the game and the defense designed for you to score a lot of points.
Yeah,
so it ain't. So, but people still looking at it like, oh, he this, he that. Yeah, he this and he that. But will he be this and that if they play with the old basketball rules?
Right.
Not even just the old slamming people, and you don't even have to add that. Just get an old defensive rules back. Them niggas won't be doing all that. Even if they bring just hand checking back, they won't do that. It's hard to hell to score somebody hand check you, and you scoring 25 and 30 points with a nigga hand checking you. I mean, without a nigga hand checking you, that's all you average. I know a nigga average 35 with them hand checking them. And they can knock him the fuck out, they won't call it. But like I said, you can erase that. Hand checking, nigga average 35. So if you take hand checking off, and you done took defensive 3 seconds out, man, shit. Dominique and Jordan might goddamn, I know Jordan getting goddamn 48, 50 every night. Dominique gonna get about 40. You can't hand check, and you know, back in the day, they didn't have defensive 3 in the key, so the big man can sit there. And these niggas, we talking about one even 3-point shooters and getting 40 and 50.
Big boy.
Now imagine no hand checking and ain't nobody in the paint. Y'all niggas fool all day long. Y'all niggas is fool. Ain't nobody down there to block my shit. That man killed them folks. But Milwaukee,
The game.
Because they say offense sell tickets. You know now,
they
the
got
game is more global now. They making more money. Curry got it used to be dunking.
Curry come
now
bang
it's
your
threes.
ass out with them threes.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
run around like
so
a kid.
everybody running around shooting 3. And then that's another thing.
You're like a circus act.
You niggas ain't no defense in this game. You niggas is shooting 10 threes a game. And y'all still can't outscore Jordan. Or Bernard King or George Gervin or Dominique and Rick Barry. These motherfuckers done average 30 without shooting all these threes. Like, so, and with the rough defense and hand checking. So if you take all that shit from them,
little
I
bangers.
mean, you think they gonna average?
Nose blinking.
If them niggas was shooting 10,
lip bust.
them niggas want to shoot number 1 3. Jordan, when he got the highest, most points in the playoff game against Boston, he lost. You know they always tell me he ain't never beat them. If I show you the roster, like who the fuck is Dave Corzine and all that, like he literally ain't had nobody. They be talking about LeBron ain't had nobody. Like he literally ain't had nobody. He had motherfuckers on his team averaging 4 and 5 points per game and shit. But The nigga Jordan scored 63 points without attempting a three. Didn't even attempt
They
that.
driving that hoe.
And shooting mid-range jumper.
Fade away.
I think that nigga was 20 for 42 and shooting 50% from the field.
Killing that.
Killing them. That's hard as, like, none of these niggas is scoring those 60 points without shooting 10 threes, throwing them up. But they some dogs, but I feel like if you implicate the real defense, all these niggas stats would drop. Whoever it is, it's just,
He gun ass all
it's
over the
more,
court.
it's obvious that whatever you average now, if the rule changes back in the day, it's really kind of like obvious that your shit will drop for one, even if you just implicate hand checking.
Right.
You're gonna lose at least 3 to 5 points just because a nigga hand check. You might lose more than that now, especially if that's what you rely on a lot. A nigga, when you move, a nigga get to guide you with his hand. It's hard to get past him. You don't get to no. Some of them point gone.
You gotta let them go.
And then when you if you're like LeBron, even though I believe like he the second, third best player to ever play, I believe he played in the 80s and the 90s. I don't believe he would be that because
Hand check.
if he played doing hand check, which would still be hard to hand check the strong bitch, it's just that, like I said, you have to subtract something because it's different. Because hand checking and Hakeem Olajuwon is sitting in the paint when you get there because 103 seconds. So a big man can sit there. So you got to take at least 3 to 5 points just for that from you. So and LeBron couldn't shoot that good. He couldn't shoot mid-range that good. So you're probably taking 2-3 more points. So LeBron will be from 29 to like 22.
He be shooting that thing now.
Yeah, he get a little bit better, but it's still percentage wise.
Yeah.
He don't shoot that good. You can leave him there. That's why I don't like why they drag Russell Westbrook. And you remember that day we when they traded Russell Westbrook to the Lakers. Remember I told y'all and him that's the worst big three in history.
Yeah.
And the reason why, 3 superstars for one, and can't name one of them motherfucking shoot.
Nope.
And they ain't got nobody to pass the ball either. Let alone at least Brooklyn did have Joe Harris, even though he wasn't that good. But you can't leave Joe Harris open. But he was hurt too though. But you got 2 ball dominant players, which is LeBron and Westbrook. Neither one can shoot.
They gonna drive.
So when you watch that game,
They gonna drive.
everybody play off. So like if LeBron got the ball, you play off. You give him the shot. So therefore, the paint,
Cloud.
like you right here, and this how the paint gonna look like my 4 fingers. This is what Westbrook got to deal with, and they try and say like he having a bad season. What the fuck else you want this man to do? It's 4-5 people standing right there in front of him. You already know he can't shoot. And the only thing, the difference is with LeBron, he just happened to be big enough and strong enough that I'm gonna go on through you two little niggas. But Westbrook ain't that big. So that shit just made Westbrook's game go down. And like I said, it wasn't Westbrook, it was the lineup. If they would have got 2 knockdown shooters with AD, LeBron, and Westbrook, and them have them a little defense with some knockdown shooting, man, who the fuck we gonna beat them? Cause one thing we do know for sure, LeBron, one of the best drivers we never seen play this game, and so the fuck is Westbrook. Them niggas average 25, 30 points year after year after year off driving and a few mid-range. But they ain't had them knockdown shooters. You gave them 2 knockdown shooters. So that means you can't cheat off on LeBron. You can't cheat off on Westbrook. And if you do, we can make you pay. But they didn't have that. So Westbrook, by he being the smallest and his stats dropping, he get the backlash off the shit. Make him look bad. Because he can't shoot. He couldn't shoot when he was the MVP. So what the fuck? It's just that everybody play back and he ain't got no motherfucking where to go. They gonna be the same thing if LeBron get it. Play back, who you gonna kick to? Westbrook, bitch, can't shoot. Who you gonna kick? The oldest, can't shoot. AD, we'll let him shoot. Get the ball to Westbrook, same thing. Who you gonna give it to? LeBron, we'll let him shoot. And probably till he get hot. He a rhythm shooter, just like mostly all the rest of the scorers that really couldn't shoot the three that good, such as Jordan. Them niggas is rhythm shooters. But LeBron won't find it. He can't. He really most of the time not gonna find his rhythm because it's so hard to get to the basket. Even though he still can get there, but a lot of times he might won't even have no rhythm because he can't get to the basket to build a rhythm.
Right.
But they blame Westbrook for everything. He went right over there. And I think he a perfect fit with the Clippers. Keep on getting that bitch to Kawhi and Paul George. Break the defense down. See, now they can't cheat on him because they got them shooters over there.
Mm-hmm.
Break the defense down and kick it to him. Them niggas just can't stay healthy. They just always hurt. And y'all niggas here sitting up here eating snacks like y'all niggas 12.
Oh, yeah.
And y'all ain't got no food in the house.
We got some food.
But
I was hungry.
Dame
Still live.
and Giannis, here they come.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Phoenix. I want to see Phoenix because Phoenix got a lot of scoring over there. Ooh.
Yeah, Phoenix got that foul, boy.
They had Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, and Durant.
They're gonna be some
But like which one? I think like they really ain't that one of them really known for defense. Bradley a little bit, Durant a little bit, but not really known. They not known for defense. So that shit gonna be hard, but
A Koji.
yeah, that one person. Yeah, that's who they banking on. Him and
You might amplify it a little bit.
they man, it's gonna have to be a team thing.
Okay.
Cause what's the name them started Durant when he got to Golden State. Golden State said they asked that nigga, we're gonna need you to block more shots. We need you to protect the rim. You know, they was basically when they had Draymond at the 5, he the 5, but Durant really the 5 because he the only one that can protect the rim because Draymond ain't that tall.
Right.
So that's the year he averaged like 2 blocks. Man, Durant plays some defense. Ooh, Lord. That long nigga there. It's hard to shoot over. It'd be so hard to shoot over that nigga, but he do. I think he don't get enough recognition for his defense anyway. But I think he still can play a little bit harder though.
Yeah, I think so too.
Kyrie Irving can play a
He
little
seem
bit
like
harder,
he
and that was another reason I picked Milwaukee. Drew,
Kyrie.
they team when they Drew Holiday mismatch nightmare, Giannis mismatch nightmare. That made Chris Middleton a mismatch nightmare. So it's like, who gonna check Drew? Especially if they got a nigga like me coaching. You know what I'm talking about? Like, who gonna check Drew? I'm saying Drew go down there and post him up. Drew play with back to the basket. He post little niggas up. But you know, they taking all that little shit out of the game. They let Drew do it every now and then. But Kyrie too little. What that nigga name? Trey Young. Average point guard too little for that nigga. So you switch and put a bigger guard on him. That means Middleton got the advantage. And Giannis just advantage anyway, so you try to switch on that. Like, wasn't no guard now. Wasn't no guard now, man. Brooke, he came from low post scoring four straight years before he got hurt. 4 straight years, averaging 20 plus points in the paint, shooting a little mid range. He just learned how to shoot 3 and play defense in Milwaukee. That nigga went, and I heard the commentator say he done made the biggest change that like they ever seen in basketball history. A person came in with no defense abilities to being voted for player of the year, like, and went from post game to shooting the three. But then once again, they be talking about everybody be shooting these three. Man, y'all know these niggas be shooting 36%, 35% and shit. They be having everybody shooting three. Damn man can't shoot no three. Ain't nobody finna be going out there guarding. They be talking about everybody can shoot three. All these big man, bitch, y'all bitches
Just
can't
throw it
shoot.
up there. You gonna go in.
Eventually. Yeah, they just be hyping shit up.
Sooner or later, you gonna hit 10 out of 40.
Man.
10 out of 40 too high. That's 40%. Them niggas hit 10 out of 30. 11 out of 30. Shit like that. Especially them centers, them big men. But they be talking about this, that, and the other. Like, Jane Harden be shooting like 37, 38%. Bitch was over there averaging 34, 35 point per game. Bitch shooting like 36%, 35% from the three. 43% from the field. Bitch ain't shooting good from nowhere. Bitch just jacked up a lot of shots and be 5 for 20 from the three one day. Y'all niggas should have been out scoring Jordan, Kobe, and AI, all these fucking threes y'all done shot.
Right. Jane Harden just be shooting.
All them bricks.
Yeah, he just he's on.
And you see what Mike D'Antoni did to
freestyle.
him, though. Mike D'Antoni, he a beast. He a beast. He just ain't got the ring. And like I said, a lot of his situations, he got hurt when he was with Phoenix. Some year, something always hurt. He turned Steve Nash on that team. He turned Steve Nash from a good point guard to a great point guard. Won back-to-back MVP with Steve Nash.
Yeah, he got hurt too.
Same thing with Jane Harden. Jane Harden was coming off the bench. Nigga seen potential in Jane Harden, but nigga didn't know Jane Harden was gonna be as good as he was when he was with them. First year. And they were like, that was one of the biggest assist jumps in history. He went from like 5 or 6 assists to like 11 when Mike D'Antoni got there. Then he's scoring 30 points, 8, 9 assists a game. Mike D'Antoni, a dog. Something just always happened to that nigga. So his strategy is not respected because it haven't worked yet. You know what I'm saying? Ain't like other people tried, but nobody as good as him. You know what I'm saying? Like he get them games off that shit. So they like, to me, that's where Steve Kerr got a lot of his shit from. You know, Steve Kerr. He played with Phil Jackson.
Yeah, he
Arguably the best coach in the game.
He
Got
kind
to learn.
He kind of coached like Phil too.
Played up under Greg Popovich. Great coach. Probably the second best coach ever coached. Or third.
He a player coach.
He
I can say that.
Steve Kerr was working with Phoenix when Mike D'Antoni was the coach over there.
So he
Put all them three
in one person.
offense together. You got maybe the best offense we'd never seen. That was the Golden State fucking Warriors. Because he done been with 3 of the best coaches, especially as far as Popovich, Jackson, and then Mike D'Antoni with that offense he got going on. So, you know. But I'm gonna ask you, you know how to say this little question?
I got the lighter.
Huh? Look for life. What's your definition of love? And what it feel like?
My definition of love, ain't much. Ain't much. I know that. To be honest, man, I don't even know.
Come on, love part.
Love, like, I don't know, like, concern. It's all kind of shit because I done seen love be not shit so many times. So, do I really know the definition? I don't know. Me, I pick loyalty over love. I don't want love. I can really like care less of love, but I know loyalty come with in love, but just love.
I was gonna say that you gotta
With
have
no loyalty?
love. Cause with loyalty, you get friendship, companionship.
You get everything.
Everything out of it. But
You get everything. With love, you probably don't get shit but love.
Yeah. I guess some
And-
feeling emoji.
And they can be not even felt.
And then like when the love gone, they out. You know, it ain't loyalty.
But
You know, they can go. They just looking for the love.
the
Once
back
love
end of
burn
that,
out,
I
like,
can tell you,
the loyalty.
the love feel good though.
Yeah.
That's crazy, but
Sometimes
love feel good.
the loyalty love it kind of irritates you too, cause it get on your
What
nerves.
does it feel like though? Like you hearing it feel good. Like what does it feel like? Like is
It's basically
it peaceful? Is it confident? Is it?
it's all
relaxing?
that.
Is it
It's supposed to be all that,
right?
but it's hard to explain like because this is like a
It's more-
spiritual feeling, like emotional feeling.
You more comfortable because
Like-
you knowing this person right there gonna be right there whenever, however, no matter.
You like happy, but
So it's more
like I said, me
to know. It's
and I even told my wife, I don't give a fuck about your love, period. I don't care if you love me. Just give me your loyalty. And that's the love that I want, your loyalty. The loyalty is much more stronger than love. Love is, now to a point to love is really ain't nothing but a fucking word. Like who follows the definition of love? You know who follows that?
Not personally, but
A loyal person. That's only somebody follow the definition of love. Just because somebody love you, don't make them be. That don't mean they're gonna be loyal to you.
they ain't gonna be harmful or
So
do something.
you give me love. You give me loyalty over love any day, every day. You know how many cousins or whatever you and I got that we know love us, even if it's just a little, but ain't no loyalty there. And in a lot of situations, it probably don't even supposed to be that, but like, man, look. Like, loyal, man. And I'm a loyal person, like, and I know that shit hard. I know that's why a lot of people not loyal.
right.
Cause I know that shit is hard. I'm a loyal person, and it's not hard for me, but I feel that it is hard because I know what I do, and I know what I go through, and I know what I see people do, and understand why they can't or ain't, because loyal is like at all costs. You just say you might have did some shit 80%, and I'm doing 100 because I don't know no other way. Like you're being fucked up to me, and I have to take this shit because I don't know no other way but loyalty. So I know that shit is like hard to deal with. I gotta wake up every morning and be 100. You know how hard this shit is? I gotta wake up every morning and be 100 with every fucking person on this earth. You know how easy it is to wake up and only be loyal to 2 people or 1? Shit ain't nothing. Just wake up and go to fucking work or whatever, and don't give a fuck about nothing. Period. That easy. nothing on your mind, cause you don't give a fuck. You ain't got no love for no nigga. Like I said, like when I was in prison. Motherfuckers who love me ain't send me no money. Only people who send me some money is people that love me, that was loyal. And they send that money because they loyal. They don't send that money because they love you. Because like I just said, loved ones ain't sending nothing. And I know I got family members that I know love me, but ain't send me a motherfucking thing. Because they wasn't. Some people just not loyal with you, and some people just really not even loyal at all. But I believe some people at least probably will be loyal to one person. But and I also believe it's probably some people that probably don't be loyal to nobody. Not even, they think they be loyal. They'll be like, I ain't gotta be loyal to nobody but my kid. Bitch, if you look at it and analyze everything, you ain't even loyal to them. Cause one of your children ain't got this or got that. Because you spent it all. But if I talk to you everything this and that about your child, shit ain't about your child at the end of the day. That shit about you. I'll do anything with my child. They need something for holiday, I would steal their outfit. You know why you had to steal their outfit? Cause you fucked up last week.
Love the money.
Yeah. So don't be trying to put that, I do anything with my child. You do anything for your fucking self to look good. Now you're calling and stealing for your child, for them to have something. But you stealing to make you look good, like you'll do anything for your child. But your child ain't supposed to be in this position because you fucked that shit up last week or 2 weeks ago and you knew this shit was coming. Now you trying to act like it's your child. You fucked that up. You ain't studying that child. Got that child, you wouldn't be out here stealing for that child if you really gave a fuck. What if you get caught? Or not even just that. That's just period. Because I can't even say that ain't it, but you put that child in that position. So how much do you really give a fuck?
I be looking at like these chicks and people, how they live. And they be having 3 and 4 kids, man. And they just be living like they don't have